All right, I think we're live. Hey, well, look, welcome to Chasing Alpha. My name is Rod. How's it going over there, Dean?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking. And it's amazing times ahead. Bitcoin's pumping. So.
Yeah, mate. It's been a good day. I think we're at an all-time high for the year yet again, 11.4 or so, isn't it?
That's right. 11.5, I think we just said briefly. Let me just confirm.
Looks like it's so. Oh, mate, the market's disappearing.
Right.
It's now $11,381. I think it must be time to sell.
Yeah, 60,000 Aussie, but yeah, it's doing well.
Yeah,
I've got a few people, I've got a few colleagues of mine at work that are having slight FOMO at the moment. So you can imagine what will happen once we get back to near all-time highs and beyond.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right, man. Look, we're still very, very early days. We're barely a few months into a bull market. And what we're saying, Bitcoin's closing in on between 300% and 400% gains already within 6 months. It's definitely unprecedented. Well, look, before we get into today's video, I should say, although you'd like us to be financial advisors, we're not financial advisors. This is just our own personal opinions on research that we've done. So please do your own research. Look, what we aim to do here on Chasing Alpha is one, create a community where it's safe to talk about crypto and look at upcoming projects and also give some solid advice. And we're not into looking at hindsight, although it's important. We're aiming to look forward and bring you the latest and greatest in terms of our investments in the crypto market. So what are we looking to talk to about today, Dean?
So yeah, I've had a few people come to me and ask whether it's too late. They've made comments like, "Oh, it's too late. Bitcoin trend has left. It's sitting slightly above, $11,000. What else can I buy?" And I just wanted to bring them bring something to you guys that thinking along those lines, and give you a price comparison in terms of the Bitcoin value in terms of Satoshis versus the US dollar. And we want to go, we want to scale it back all the way to, the smallest units of each currency, which is 1 Satoshi for Bitcoin and 1 penny for the US dollar. So if I can request you to bring up that slide.
Yes, I'm just working on my technological. Hold up, we've made a major problem here. Well, not major, just what a retard. No, I'm just joking. Here we go. Okay, entire screen. We shouldn't actually be saying words like that. If you can just bear with me for 2 seconds, and I'm going to have this all ready to go. Just a second. Sorry to everyone watching. Look, I'm not the most technical guy in the world, but however, we are winning. #winning.
All right.
What are we looking at here, Dean?
So as you can see there, that's the price was taken as at 2nd of March this year, and it came after a tweet that went kind of viral on social media. So this person kind of made everyone realize that, hey, we're complaining about the US dollar and how Bitcoin at the time was, can you believe it, $3,187 or around about. And everyone's saying, oh, it's pretty expensive. I don't know if it's going to get back to all-time highs again. And so this person compared at that point in time, so at $3,187, the Bitcoin, if you were to scale it back to its fractional, 1/8 of a decimal place, which is 1/100th millionth of a Satoshi, so 1 Satoshi basically, you would get the equivalent. So for 1 penny, US penny, you would get 262 Satoshis, right?
So
now, what is that saying?
You're saying that's at the 2nd of March, correct?
That's at the 2nd of March. That's correct.
Okay.
So what that means is that if you were to say swap pennies for a small unit of Bitcoin, so pennies for pennies, there's a massive mismatch, which means that you'd actually get a lot more Satoshis for that penny. And as we all know, pennies are based on the US dollar, which is inflationary currency. So there is nothing that's really backing any fiat currencies other than the government's decree and guns, pretty much. Whereas Bitcoin is backed by network value, is backed by basically how much people think it's worth, which at the moment, at that time, was 3,100. And as we're sitting in hindsight, we're sitting here today, it's currently just over 11,000. So the Satoshi value would have dropped. So what we've done is we've pulled up a comparison. So as Bitcoin per unit of Bitcoin increases in value, how much is it worth in terms of 1 penny? How much you will get? How many satoshis you will get? So if you were to at Bitcoin as of today, or what today, 11,000, for 1 penny you will get 91 satoshis. So this is still a massive discount that Bitcoin is trading at. And if you go back to the near all-time high, or in $20,000, you'll see for 1 satoshi you get 50 satoshi. 1 penny you get 50 satoshis.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go for compare like for like with 1 US penny versus 1 fraction of Bitcoin, which is basically the lowest denomination, one satoshi. That's right. The Bitcoin per unit as a whole value would have to be $1.2 million. So still, it's still over 100x, isn't it? Yeah, so it's over 100x, and which means we're still at a very early stage. So we're at the very top of this little chart here, little graph. So there's a lot of gains there to be made, and it's it's really exciting times.
Can I just interrupt you, Dean,
sure.
just to clarify? So look, we're not saying, look, you need to buy Bitcoin because it's going to be $1.2 million by the end of next year. But however, what we are saying is that we're sitting here now. Next bull run could be anywhere between 180 and 160K from my estimations we've done on a previous video. So what we're really saying is that it only seems expensive because you're looking at it as an expensive thing because you're paying over 11 grand for one whole thing. And in times past, we've bought other coins like Ethereum because, for instance, you feel like you owe more because you can only pay $300 for one coin. But Bitcoin is the main store of value. It's the one coin that everyone knows. It markets itself. So we're still very early days for it to be a very, very good value for what it is versus the US currency.
That's correct. And I mean, and at the moment, if you look at what's happening around the world, a lot of the monetary policy expansions, you have, US dollar, we had, a massive quantitative easing that rolled out over the last kind of 8, 9, 10 years. And it's all of a sudden it's kind of slowed down, but no doubt they'll start it again. Central banks around the world are dropping interest rates to, fresh lows. We've never experienced this kind of, cheap money before.
Yeah.
So if you are saving, personally, what I'm doing is if I'm going to be saving for every $100 I save, I put half of the $100 into Bitcoin because one goes up. So one actually increases in value and the other one decreases in value. So it's a no-brainer. Why would you want to keep something that's depreciating? I mean, you keep enough to meet your expenses. That's fine. But there's nothing stopping you from cashing that out and say we really need to go on do a big purchase or go on a holiday or whatever, buy something. You can always cash out your Bitcoin. It's very liquid.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are your thoughts on that, Rod?
Oh, look, I can't disagree with you. I think we're very early days on Bitcoin. I mean, people think, we've been through a few cycles now. Look, we're still early days. It's it barely scrapes the surface of traditional markets. Something we discussed earlier, Dean, was close to 30% is the estimation of the world is actually unbanked. They don't have a bank account. So that's where something like Bitcoin could come in. I mean, everyone's got a phone these days, and electronics are still quite accessible in third world countries. Well, that's where Bitcoin could come in for them actually to have access to some sort of funds that are recognized worldwide. So I think we've got a long way to go. So that just brings us to the end of this little short video that we're doing. But look, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think we're right? Are we wrong? Have you got any extra comments? We'd love to hear from you. Look, please do please do subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear from you. We're also got a Telegram group going and Chasing Alpha One, so we'll also post that in the comments below. We'd love to have you join our community. Any passing thoughts there, Dean?
No, I mean, stay tuned. We're going to be shooting. We're going to bring you more videos more frequently. So we're going to be doing this pretty much. I'm going to be taking some time off for work actually doing this because I really want to focus on. Yeah, I want to really focus on this because it's really important. And I was chatting to actually, although we're not providing financial advice, I do work for the financial markets, so I actually know what's happening and what's out there. And we at any given day at work we discuss the opportunities out there, and there's nothing, I can guarantee there's nothing out there that will give you the asymmetric risk to return that Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency as a whole are offering. And that's just a fact. Bitcoin's been the best performing asset in the history of the world, pretty much.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good times. Oh, hey, look, thank you guys for watching. We look forward to hearing from you soon. As you said, like our video, please do comment and also subscribe to our channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Right, sounds good.